Hello everyone and welcome back to some more internet spaceships. I'm really sorry if my voice is raspy. I have a little bit of a chest infection going on right now, but I wanted to do a video because the servers have not been fantastic today and it feels like a way to sort of chill out rather than doing a lot of the PvP contested zone stuff that I've been doing, or the messing around in the executive hangars, just causing general chaos. So it's Saturday night, late Saturday night. Like I said, the servers haven't been great. I think because everything is split across 3 builds again, because we've had the 4.0.1 patch, and I think all the hybrid services are stretched a bit thin. Hello Discord. However, I'm pushing through. So what we're doing today is we're going to cover, and I'm going to give you a guide on the remote asteroid bases, the RAB outposts around Pyro, and how to go and get these things. Right now we're on the way to RAB mats. I just picked one at random, but I'll go through them in a moment just to show you where they are. We'll show you how to gear up for them, and we'll show you some loot rewards, and I'll give you some ideas what to look out for when we get there. So whilst I wait for my ship to come up, I'll show you a quick look. If you look around Pyro, these things are absolutely everywhere. Rab Zeno, Rab Roth, Rab Foxtrot. Where else are we? That's one of the supervisor ones. Rab Mat, Ultra, there's a load of them around Bloom, so Gulf, Charlie, York, November. So we got Kilo, Tongue, Ignition. There's a load more out around Terminus as well. So Ion, Hook, Lynx. So you can see there's plenty of these things everywhere. And these are all these RAB bases. So let's go and find one. Okay, if you're going to do these things, I would very, very highly recommend you go in packing. So I've got the multi-tool. I've got, which I do need to put a tractor beam attachment on because I haven't, so good job I caught that. You need some kind of medical supply. I need to put some med pens on as well, but I'm taking a med tool. I would recommend you go in heavy because there are lots of NPCs. The NPCs are very, very dangerous now, and they will hit you. You'll probably walk away with like a tier 3 arm injury or something like that. That's not uncommon. And you go in heated. So I'm taking an FS9 and I got one of the aforementioned scorched compensators on the end there. Doesn't quite turn this thing into laser beam quality quite like it does with the tweaker compensators, but the scorched ones are still very good to use, and of course a lot better than nothing. So I'll get packed up and we'll go to one of these things. So then, as for the shinies that you can find inside these RAB bases, RAB outposts, there's 2 main ones, and I'm holding them both here. So the first is a scorched R97 shotgun. So this is the automatic Gemini shotgun, which is pretty beastly in the contested zones if you get up close to someone, because its fire rate is ridiculous, and it being a scorched weapon, if I haven't mentioned it already, the ADS, the aim down sight, is down near instant with these weapons, because that's what the scorched weapons do. The second of which is this. This is the 803, and this is also scorched. This is also does have a super fast aim down sight time added by the scope as well. That gives you a slightly faster ADS. However, what I've also put on here is one of the other pieces of loot that you can get from these outposts, and that's the compensator that's on the end of the rifle, and that's a scorched compensator. So if I pop my inventory and have a quick look, you can see here these Scion scorched compensators. You can see the stats just about halfway down there. So recoil stability 40%, recoil kick plus 40%, spread minus 10, projectile spread. So they kick a bit more, but the initial stability is a lot better. So as you can see, countering muzzle rise. So you got a lot less recoil with these things. So these things, as I'll demonstrate when I go and do this base, they are pretty beastly, especially on something like an FS9. The last you can find here is a scorched custodian. So normally in the loot boxes, which hopefully I'll show you at some point, you can find these custodians as well. So just like a normal custodian, sometimes they have the stabilizers on, sometimes they don't. Like everything else, they have a super fast ADS because of the scorched skin. I think they just look very swish if you like your SMGs. Right then, here we are, Rab Mat. So all of these places have exactly the same layouts. They're all very copy-paste. They're all very easy to navigate once you know the way around. And I can see that I'm coming into the bottom of one of them there. So I'll change modes. and you can do a ping to see where the long pointy nose of the thing is. You have to be careful because there are NPC ships here and they will target you. The best thing you can do is just get to the place as fast as you can, find the little hidey hole or a little hidey hole and hide somewhere near the place and get out of cover where they aren't going to shoot your ship quite so hard, because they will keep attacking you even after you've gotten out. Boost some power to my shields. Normally I hide underneath. You have to be quick down here as well because the turrets of the station will shoot you, as you're about to see. So I normally tend to come and hide by these tank things here, and I try and get in one of these little nooks. Just sort of under here. And then the ships don't target your ship quite so easily, because as you'll see, they'll all gather round. Once we're outside, I also know if I come and hide near those tanks, you can see this big tower here, and this is the way we want to go. Right now, we are underneath the asteroid base, so we're at the bottom of it. So a good rule of thumb to learn as well, because you're underneath it. Ignore my previous death marker over there. I was messing around near the executive hangars earlier on. I ended up backspacing to get back quickly, because like I said, I didn't want to leave the server, because the servers have not been very good today. Once we get over this little ridge near this building, we can head down, relatively speaking of course, because in space there isn't really an up or down. And you can see there is the long nose, the long boom, antenna boom, I don't know what you can call it. You can orientate yourself by the number that's on the side. You can tell that we are still upside down at the minute. So if I rotate this way a bit and I look this way, technically now we're the right way up in relation to the asteroid base. Another thing to watch out for here, of course, will be players. So make sure you check out for abandoned ships, because I can guarantee that I'm probably not the only one checking these places out. Depends which ones you go to. Obviously the ones that are closer to planets and other moons and other things, they're going to be more occupied. They're going to have more people going to them because they're closer. It's just the way of things. I don't think I've been to this one before. This is a Xenothreat controlled one, so there's going to be Xenothreat guys in here. 0-1. You can see on the right way up. We need to make our way into the airlock, which is here. If you ever get stuck, normally here you'll see like big like plumes of just like vents. I'll have to show you, maybe it showed it coming in, but you'll see it like firing big jets of gas out, and it helps you kind of locate where it is. And then the airlock's just to the side of it here. Once we're inside, there we go, we'll cycle the airlock and we're ready to rock. I've not put any fancy sights or anything on, and straight away you can use the map to help you. But if you look inside here, you'll be able to see if there's loot. We haven't got any loot in this one at the minute. Someone's already been here because he's been looted. Oh, hello, friends. Suppose I should clear this place out first, shouldn't I? Of course I haven't got any ammo in that one. You see there tends to be more guys on the left than there is on the right hand side. You have to be careful going in there because there's lots of guys in there. Oh, I'm actually bleeding. Might be okay now, but then as you'll see when we peer around here, there's the tier 3 arm injury. can see you definitely need your medical supplies in here. Well worth noting that these guys have got the Zenithreat armor on, in the Zenithreat ones, so you want some armor sets as well. And plenty of weapons, especially if you like pink shotguns. Now, I said that there was no loot in the security room, so I'll go around the security room and show you, because we've got a bit of clear time now. Normally on this bench, where this orange box is splayed out here, there may be a loot box. I'll see if I can get some pictures of them. There may be an orange one, and there may be a purple one. We'll go downstairs and we'll have a look and see if one of them's downstairs. So that's one of the main loot areas, and I'll show you how to get in there in a moment. But it's worth checking down here as well if that one is a bust. You have to be careful down here, because more often than not, as you can see, there's these trip mines. See if I messed this up. Yep, I messed this up completely. And then round the corner from this one. Aha! Perfect. This is a purple one. So this is a weapons cache. So there's these two ones here, as you can see. This one is purple. If it's purple, it's got scorched weapons inside. If it's orange, then it has scorched armor inside, which I'll put a screenshot of, which I've been collecting. So it's well worth making a note of. And as you can see in here, we've got a lot of the scorched compensators to last you a while. We've got an S38 scorched. I haven't actually seen one of these yet, so I'm definitely taking that. We've got one of the custodians, and we've got one of the A03s, as I showed you earlier on. So well worth the trip. And then here, there's another random loot box with some various bits of ammo in it, none of which make much sense to us today. So we can just head straight back out. To get out, you just hop back up here. And up the ladder. That's better. So, what do you do if you do see something in there, like one of those boxes that's normally sat, like I said, on this counter, and you want to loot it? What you need to do, this gas here is the important thing. You need to bring a multi-tool with you with a tractor attachment. Back in that pit where we climbed up, or near the security room here, you will find a box. You need to grab this box, and you need to carry it with you. The important thing here, of course, is keep checking out for other enemy players, because they may turn up and surprise you. Put the box onto the steam, and up you go. And there may be trip mines, as you can see here. And then vault upwards. And then you're in this little crawl space above. You can go all the way to the end here if you like. Sometimes there's loot boxes here. They aren't notable loot boxes, but they might have some ammo or something in. For instance, there's this one here. Normally has a couple of pieces. If you like knives and some of these scrap bowls, which I don't know quite what these are for yet. One of the other ones to make note of, I suppose, is these weapons boxes here. Normally they're just full of tat, but sometimes you can see they've got some nice weapons in. And the reason I'm going to check these is if I swing these into my backpack, because it's always worth bringing a good backpack, and then put one of these on my back, then I inspect the weapon. Sometimes they can have some really nice components on, and as you can see, this one has a tweaker compensator on. Tweaker components are fantastic. It also has a low light scope on. In fact, I'm going to leave that on for a second so I can show you. So, I don't want a med pen, I want the C54. So the LL scopes, the low light scopes, you hold them out by right click and then you left shift, and you get a night vision scope. How cool is that? These are quite hard to find as well. They don't show up everywhere, but they do indeed show up. So it's well worth keeping them. I don't want the C54. The R97 won't have any components on it, I don't think. Very, very, very rarely. Oh, I've just dropped my... Oh no, did that just disappear? Well, welcome to 4.0. I've just lost my FS9. Maybe I do want you instead then. I'm going to have to get some ammo out of that box now. There we go. I'm going to have to use you now instead. Never mind. That's the duality of Star Citizen. I just lost my FS9 to the void. So yeah, these boxes here are worth checking out as well. Right. Where was I? Oh yeah, security room. So you're in this crawl space. Drop down here. It even lights it up with an arrow for you, you see. You drop down. And then you're in the security room where you were looking a moment ago. Oh, and the NPCs have just respawned. I thought that was a player then. So the NPCs do respawn, as you can see, and they will find you. And then we're next to this thing here. Sometimes there's some loot boxes here as well. More often than not the case. Oh, there we go. To get out, you can't go back outside this way like you can in the security outpost. So if you're going for the red key cards for the contested zone that's broken that way, you have to go back downstairs out of here. So guarded with mines, not too much of a problem. And then we find our way back out. This is where the loot box was. Back out this way. And up we go. There's going to be a load of NPCs here, so I'm just going to run straight for the door. More fun and games. Shall reload. One more stabby. Oh, they've just respawned out there as well. I'll say I'm a fan of the C-54. Right, that's the majority of the loot that you're going to get from this place when it comes to special loot, okay? However, there is more areas you can visit. So once you're in this little roundel here, there's the bar on the left, which more often than not tends to have a very angry barman. Normally the barman is the one with the shotgun. Cheeky man was about to throw a grenade at me. I think that's all of them. Only there's 3 or 4 in here. Oh, he's got a big shotgun. He's got a big shotgun. He's got a big shotgun. Most of the enemies in these places have shotguns, and they all have laser beams for some reason. They're all very good. I'm nearly out of ammo, I've just noticed. I may have to relieve one of them of one of their weapons, though I'm not keen about taking a shotgun. It's worth noting as well to check their weapons. As you can see, this dude's got a shotgun for some strange reason with a 4x scope on it. So if you want some scopes, go and help yourself. We pass through this way on the right hand side, and more laser beams. If you have one of the missions to come and get one of the ships, it's down there. There's more men in there, but we won't go that way yet because there's a little more loot I want to show you. Where the trip mines go, you'll find this fan, which you can turn off here. More often than not, you'll find little caches down here, like this is a medical one. I will have some spare med pens, thank you very much. And then one of these old food crates. There's some bodies in these corridors that make it look like they're going to be missions in the future, but at the minute you don't come and do anything. So if you do that, you get send location, like it's a mission reward or something, but hey ho, it doesn't do anything at the minute. Make your way up, and then sometimes, there we go, you can find some more of these weapons caches hidden on top here. Not much in this one, salvo frag pistol. But like I said, worth checking because you may end up finding things like these C-54s. How much ammo have I got? Not a lot, not many shots. I'm bleeding again. See what I mean? These guys have aimbots. $14 rounds. There we go, dropped him. And I can safely say that unless you're doing the hangar mission, that's the last of these guys in this place. All shotguns, you see? All shotguns, and they all have aimbots. So this is the last little loot area that's worth checking. There's some laser mines on the wall here, but you don't need to worry about those because you can just jump the bar. Sometimes you find little boxes like this on the side. If you want a grenade, some more scrap, not really worth bothering with. Most of these boxes aren't lootable. Sometimes there's one under the desk here. Can I loot this one? No, I thought I could for a second. You have a little cache here that you can go into, although it doesn't normally have great stuff. Thankfully we've got another one of these ones. This place is being kind to me today. Coda pistol with what looks like a scope on it, so we will take this. I'm going to go into the other view. Or I would if it would let me, it's being funky. Low light scope. It is a low light scope, see what I mean? Well worth collecting if you like the low light scopes. And some more Asteroid. We go up into this room here. And normally there's one or two boxes. Sometimes there's one on top of this table. Yep. Again, don't drink the rust bottle, it will make you sick. And then under this desk there's normally a box as well. Yep, there we go. This time we've got a Delta Scorched reflexoscope, so well worth checking the loot boxes, you see. We'll definitely take that away. And that's basically it. You can head back to your ship safely if you wish, or you can just log for now until they change it and then head back one way or another. But that is the RAB bases. I'll show you the hangar very briefly. Normally these places are quite safe. I'm going to eat my words in a minute, I imagine. If you have the missions to do the you pay for one to go and find cargo, I think it's called like easy pickings or something like that. There's another one where you come and shut down generators. There's a big range of them that you can do in here. But if the missions aren't loaded and you haven't picked one, it doesn't tend to spawn with NPCs. We'll see. Or bait some NPCs. But yeah, see, nobody's shooting at me. Normally, if you've got the mission spawned, this place is absolutely packed with them and you have to be really careful. But yeah, you can normally go around here then and pop the hangar door if you want. Not that it does any good for me because my ship's outside, but I think it's quite fun. So yeah, quick overview of the remote Asteroid bases. Well worth looking. I'm going to hide in a corner. I have had occasions where players have actually been hiding in here, which is quite interesting. So we'll just go through the loop from this one again. See, we've got a Scorched Custodian, Scorched AO3, Scorched S38, Scorched Sight, a load of compensators, and even a tweaker compensator, which is a better one, but unfortunately that's only a size 1. You can find the P4 AR rifles, and they sometimes do have the size 2 ones on, so the ones that you can put on any other rifle. Yeah, well worth coming here. Come here, get some loot, get some decent guns. Get yourself up. Well worth the outing. And like I said, these RAB outposts are everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Easy peasy to come and get guns from. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was entertaining, me getting nearly shot to pieces. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you think I deserve it, please give the video a like and a sub if you fancy sticking around. If you want to try Star Citizen, you can use my referral code on screen when registering that gives us both in-game credits to help us both out as well. See you in the next one.